Oh man, it's been a while since there were actually people in the chat in the beginning. I'm very happy about this. Hello neighbor, hi Yikichu. Oh, I'm so excited! The final case! Then I can finally leave Discord alone for a bit, if you know what I mean. 2 more streams. And hey, I haven't been caught yet. Wait. There. The jinx is over. I really shouldn't jinx myself like this, otherwise I will actually go to jail. So, without further ado, I believe we should start. There we go. Edgeworth returns! Finally! Oh man. I can't wait, just begin already. Farewell my turnabout. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for! Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Ooh. Is this a pageant? Maybe last year's runner-up? Or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from the lovely tropical island. The students of a certain starry school are racing to win. A global hero Onyakopon don't want to go home without the prize. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me! What? You know that's gonna have some ramifications, right? Whoa! The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst! Not gonna lie, he looks sick. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior! The Nickel Samurai! Too bad, Java Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. Why are there so many ninjas? Truly the milking of a franchise at its finest. March 20th, 7:42 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall.
Oh, right, yes! Did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai! He did it!
Yeah, I sure did. I'm getting too old for this. I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice. Yay! World powers! Oh my gosh! Of course he's here. He's the original.
So the person everyone was cheering for, I guess he got the prize?
Yeah, he did, Pearl. He did.
Yep! You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai! No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater.
Oh, this poor child. So sheltered.
Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I think he got too tired of all the whining that he did. Like, I'm suffering every day watching this. Who watches this stuff? He's so nuts. Such a party pooper. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. You do? Is it really that much of a masterpiece?
Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important.
Why is it important?
Aw, give it a rest, Pearly.
Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time.
Yeah. Ah, it's like a dream.
Too bad for the Jam and Ninja, though.
Yeah.
Like, the other one, the Nickel one, just came out of nowhere and stole the prize. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of Little Tokyo. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy she got an award too. She deserves the world. I act like I know these characters, but I don't. Actually, I think he did lose to Will Powers then that time. I'm happy he still has a place in the scene. I thought this might be his year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a little bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar.
Hey, you're right. Strange he's walking around without his signature guitar.
Ugh.
I will never understand these people and their shows.
Do I watch any shows?
As a kid, I watched, like, a lot of Nickelodeon and stuff, but... And Avatar was the biggest one of them all, but... Nowadays, I don't watch a lot of series. Especially now with, yeah, with just not having a lot of time and all. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. Aw, it was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks.
Hey, Nick, come on! It's time to get going to the lobby! There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon.
And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that.
Wow, busy schedule today.
A press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something. That doesn't sound that nice. Never watched shows consistently as a kid because I was incapable of keeping track of time. Oh, yeah. I was lucky enough that the shows that I watched always started right after I came back from school. So it was always like, check the channel quick! And if it was... It always inhibited my homework time, but... It was always worth it. Confessing. Sounds pretty serious.
Ah, Nick, come on! You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you?
Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Let me have some... Thank you very much for inviting us today. Aw, it's nothing really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all. Aw.
Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately?
Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show, while wearing a rabbit mask over my face.
That sounds... I imagine just Will Powers running around with a rabbit mask and scaring the kids so hard that they run away from him, and that is the exercise. Oh, I see.
I'm still a little sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright. Ah, well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. It wasn't even his fault. This is Will Powers, he's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai. And he was the first case Maya worked on with me.
Yeah. Case 3 of the first game. It's too bad you look scary, or people know you're real softy who's good with kids.
Thanks. Aw. Can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. That actually sounds like a very big boon for the person who's playing him. Like, what an honor that would be to have a character you play get a whole movie.
Can't believe it either, but for a different reason.
The Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch-nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo-Old Tokyo. And last year, they started a new series, the Nickel Samurai. Still, I repeat, this is actually a pretty good design. Like, the arm is cool, and with the ponytail and with the spear together. It's like the original Steel Samurai, but with an upgraded look. Which, if they were going for that, is pretty cool. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids, too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show. So I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this new one.
Yeah, it's too bad. It'd been awesome to see you with the new actor Matt on guard.
On guard!
He's super popular right now. Mr. Unguard?
Looks like Pearls doesn't know who he is.
This year, it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office.
Jammin' Ninja, who's that again? So who is this Jammin' Ninja again?
He's a hero, duh. His symbol is the bright red guitar he's always carrying.
A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work? Actually, I agree. Isn't a ninja about being quiet and being stealthy? Why does he need a guitar? Ah, that actually is a nice picture, though.
With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time.
A ninja who becomes a star.
Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star.
Why does he only play for the animals, then? There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jam and Ninja. They even air at the same time. Oh, that is horrible! If that is a deliberate decision, that is so mean.
You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays the Jam and Ninja, I mean.
The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Engard, the actor. I didn't get that one. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling happy place. Yes, the world of celebrities is a dark place filled with gossip and drama and death. Not necessarily death, but something that feels close to death. Suffering. Don't keep me up on that if I ever become a celebrity. Yeah. I'm being too dramatic as usual. Nothing will ever happen, surely. Surely, right? Ooh, I can see which one is the more popular of the two. Look at those many flowers. And this one is like the ones the staff gave him, and the others is like so many gifts from the other people. Well, what is this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Yes. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. Always a smart decision. Oh, I will just examine the door. There are toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held there, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. There's a piece of paper taped on the door that says, Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida. His name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. Me neither. I don't know names either. Either. Potato, potato. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says, Matt on guard's room. I thought he should be the more popular one, but apparently not. Matt on guard. I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, Maya's always jamming about him like the obsessed fan she is. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. I agree. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. A bear. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, can't be. You'd be surprised. To Mr. On Guard from the Global Studio staff. It'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright, from all your grateful clients. Hey, to be fair, Nick, you wouldn't be here without the gratitude of Will Powers. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start. Okay, great.
Oh, right! I'm so pumped! I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai Smelting!
Actually, what I'm interested in most is this press conference.
You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers?
Well, I'm not a still samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea.
Blah.
Sorry. Nah, don't be sorry. Maybe it's about something else. I don't know. So I guess you're all going to the press conference then.
Yeah, of course!
If that's the case, then here. Take these tickets so you can get in.
Thank you very much.
Seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby.
Looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice.
Okay, hotel lobby. Wait a sec, Gatewater Hotel? Wasn't that the hotel from the second case? Why did I just realize that now? Well, yeah. It is a very beautiful hotel. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large, gaudy lobby to match. It's the style, Nick. It has to scream expensive for expensive people to stay here. For rich people. Why did I say expensive people like an idiot?
Huh, I think they're going to have this post-ceremony show over there.
They're using a compact stage, I see.
Ooh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power.
Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. And there we have it. Admittedly, they were going to expand. Oh, yeah, right. I heard about that too, but apparently that doesn't matter right now because there is a murder.
What? Why?
Ow! You didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please stay where you are. Yes, this is a murder. 100%. This is a special request from the police. Police?
Did I just say the police?
Do you want me to go check out what's going on? Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move.
That voice! I've heard that voice somewhere before.
Huh? Honestly. No! If it is...
Honestly, you these days can be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day, it was the same... It is Oleg, yes!
Oh, why is she in an astronaut costume? What? What? Stop! Stop! I need to process this! This non-stop chatter. Yes. It can't be Miss Opak? Why are you in an astronaut suit?
What is it? You young whippersnappers? Do I know you?
Man, it's been so long. I don't know if I can do the old bag's voice anymore.
Wait, you! Your powers, aren't you?
Yeah, about what happened back then.
You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program, trying to play nice.
Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job.
I love that show. You're a hoot. You're the big brother, right?
Oh my gosh. Wait, there's another one besides Old Bag? It's Edgeworth, isn't it? What are you doing here?
Look at my uniform and tell me you can tell I'm a member of security.
No, you're looking like, someone who's trying to cosplay in a science fiction movie. Why are you in an astronaut suit? That doesn't make any sense. But that outfit...
Annoying noisy brats, get the blaster!
Oh my gosh, why? She's great. Miss Oldback, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios?
Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go.
Ah, yes.
When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip.
Aw. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm happy you got a new job. It's very hard to find a job nowadays.
What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, you youngin'! Don't you remember? That incident a year ago. When this lady got on the witness stand and testified.
Yeah.
And you! Weren't you the one who was bullying me?
this fragile girl at heart? I plead the fifth. But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault. I know you're trying to cope with the loss of your job, but don't put blame on other people. Me? I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed the old pinky.
You, a bodyguard?
For your friend! That very good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles. Yes, at this point, I'm happy Edgeworth ran away. Otherwise, something very bad would have happened. Mr. Edgeworth? But that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. Yes, she is. She is great. She's the best. That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that? Yeah, Olbeck had a crush on Edgeworth last time. It was very funny.
So did something happen?
I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that. She is so much better than last time. She knows she is cursed. The judge in that case actually had some trouble addressing her because her name was too fitting. Folks kept trying to put D in front of her name. Alright, I remember that. Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard? At least for other people's sake. Silence, whippersnapper!
Hey, Nick?
What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips.
Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out.
No way. The police told us not to go anywhere, remember?
Huh? How boring!
Really? Is she going to show up in the next game as well? Oh my gosh. She really is cursed.
You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick?
Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one.
So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick...
Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look.
Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick.
That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That will be every time we work a case together.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly.
Goody! I get to go! I get to go! Aw, let's leave her behind. But how? Right, Viola Hall. Okay, there's one other destination. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here.
Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about?
Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we better go look somewhere else.
Alright, then let's try...
Excuse me? Are you by chance Miss Maya Fey? This man? Why? He's clearly in a disguise. What? How can you look at this man and say, oh yeah, that's a pretty trusting person? Someone had a bad accident. Yeah, true, I shouldn't judge.
Yeah, that's me.
You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk.
A call? I wonder if it's someone from Crane Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya?
Wait, if it was a call from Crane Village, wouldn't they just call you on your phone? Why did they call you through the hotel?
Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay.
Right this way, Miss Faye. I do not trust you. Especially with this music.
Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, okay.
This is a little exciting. A little scary.
Let's go to the hallway. I told you! Well, we've been caught. Very polite and trustworthy bellboy indeed. He will not be the killer. I get the info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are. Pal, we're still investigating, so you can't go in. What's your problem? Oh, I see. Just you wait, it'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I'll get you back.
Those two sound pretty serious.
That southern accent can only mean... Hey, Wright! Hey, Lotta. She's back once again. For the third time, she must. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights. You! Detective Gumshoe. Hello. Hey, pal, help the guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is a scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros.
A murder?
Ah, shoot. Take me and my big mouth. I said it to the child. See? I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said. And that's what it is. A genuine murder. Hey, wait. Yeehaw! A murder! Of a big star, no less! Of course. Of course she would celebrate the murder of someone. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. You're always in trouble, Gumshoe. I shouldn't worry about it. How are you doing, my friend? So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder. No, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal.
Mr. Nick? Is the dead person the Nickel Samurai?
Huh? Why did you ask?
Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so...
She knew that Maya was cursed! It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Oh, it's the other dude then. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. Ah, yes, a repeat then of the third case from last game. I see. What? The guy that died was this hero named the Jammin Ninja, pal. Ah, the Jammin Ninja. Gumshoe, you're terrible at keeping quiet. But we don't say it because it's to our benefit.
That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy? You mean Lotta? That woman, she was there that time too, right?
That time? The second case.
When Mystic Maya did that channeling?
Oh, that time. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there.
Journalist.
Looks like she was hanging around here before the murder even happened. Hanging around? Yeah, hiding in wait in front of the Jammin Ninja's door, pal. But why would she? She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? So the victim was the Jammin Ninja.
Mr. Jammin Ninja?
He was on a really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai.
Oh.
The victim was the action star Juan Corrida. He's got a huge push and rode the express train to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Yeah, even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that Matt on guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. Okay. So this is the dude. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight. Guess there's no space for Mr. Paris at all, huh? Poor guy. Nah, I believe with this rivalry, I'm happy that he's got out of it.
Mr. On guard? That's the Nickel Samurai, right?
Yep. I mean, no. You've got to say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai! Anyway, so now that Juan Corrida is gone, that means Mr. Angard has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on this, pal. We can't have that happen, you know? Can't have that happen? What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Interesting. Shall I present something? Where else can I go? Shall we examine some stuff? I'm not leaking any info about the evidence to you this time. If I do, my salad really gonna get it. And then I won't even be able to get those instant noodles down at the discount market. How does this man survive? Poor man! Oh my gosh! That's so sad! Can I examine some more stuff here? Not really. Should I show stuff to Oldback then? There's only food here. There's nothing really much else. Let's see if I can get Oldback to talk. These eyes of mine are real pros now. Pros are doing what? Are doing police work, of course. My eyes are like a hawk. My professional eyes spot a messy incident. A messy, bloody incident. That's why I don't have time for you meddling kids and your pretty little things. Ugh. What do I need to look for? Press meeting at the show, but now it looks like no one will hear what the Nickel Samurai had to confess after all. Lobby with a grand staircase always feels enormous. Right now, the only thing filling this enormous room is anxiety about the murder. I really hope nothing else bad happens here. I have another idea. He was excited about it, so maybe... No. Just jinxed it, lol. Oh, Ray. Great. How about... the Nickel Samurai? He really took the Grand Prix tonight. Maya's a big fan of his. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then.
Why are you so sorry?
Matt Angard was just arrested, pal. Okay. If I'm stuck, start presenting people instead of evidence. On suspicion of murdering Juan Corrida.
What?
Interesting. I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything. But I know who Juan Corrida and Matt Angard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time. So they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. I never knew he thought of me as a rival. Arrested. Why was Mr. Angard arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water.
Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this?
Yeah, I know. She'd make me take this case. I know. I believe that was everything. Yes, that was everything. That was what I needed to do. Hey, so what's going on, Mr. Wright? Looks like Juan Corrida has been killed. What? Juan he's... Looks like he was murdered and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Matt Angard. You're joking, right? Nope, they arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja. Not again. I feel sick.
Again?
About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls. I still can't believe. No way. No way Matt would... What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this This is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier.
You don't say!
Originally from the bellboy, it can transmit and receive signals over great distances. For me, but why? I don't know, all he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway.
Mr. Juan, he's the Jammer Ninja, right?
Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the one who almost always came out on top. I guess some people only know how to relate to others by butting heads like a ram. One said he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined the rival TV show.
And that was the Jammer Ninja?
The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burning Jammer Ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast with those two running their shows for their war. In the final tally, look around, it's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. The final win over his rival, I guess. Mr. On Guard was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. Though if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference.
The Nickel Samurais?
Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way.
He was going to be in costume, but why?
I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore.
I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time.
Now that she mentioned it, Maya was only going to answer a phone call.
Maybe she got lost? I'll take a quick look around for her.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
Huh? I'm not sure. It's coming from this transceiver? Yes, hello, Wright here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with. Such as...
Help! Nick! Mystic Maya?
Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now, don't fall apart on me yet. No, this can't be! Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom. Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. I don't... Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! What the... My sight! Everything's fading away! Maya! Maya's been kidnapped! Are you there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya! Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal. What? Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to me? I am not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Juan Corrida was killed, and the suspect is met on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal from Matt on guard. Matt on guard? But why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However, what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree to do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there's one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me, in my possession.
Help! Nick!
Maya! You have 2 days. Of course, tonight he will be in questioning with the public. With the police, not the public. But the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? You expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down. Oh, yes, that's right. Now that I am playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say. And don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it! Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... The Killer. We are screwed. We are absolutely screwed. I am panicking right now. What? What? No! This is one trial day. You expect me to... This is the final case and you expect me to win it in one day. What? Yes, calm and steady. I need to... I need to calm down, I know. I'm getting way too invested in the video game. But that's how it always is. Mr. Nick! Where is Miss Nick Maya? She's been kidnapped. No! It's all my fault! If only I had gone with Miss Nick Maya! It's not your fault, Pearls. But it is Miss Nick Maya! Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya? Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe. Yes, that's it. Wait here and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Ransom? Shh! Not so loud! The ransom is complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? Then this means Matt on guard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. But the guy said that Matt on guard is innocent. You only believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal. I guess he has a point. If Matt on guard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence that it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence. Is that possible? Yeah, if you try to blame someone... If the murder was set up very meticulously, then people will plant evidence so much that it becomes suspicious. Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about on guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be living here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright, isn't there another way? We've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Is this where I think it is? Oh, my head! It is... A wine cellar? Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. A wine cellar. It can be at the hotel. What happened to me? Nick? Pearly! Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. I see you have awoken. Ah! Who are you? Me? I am known as the Killer. I was gonna say I told you so, chat, but this was the most obvious thing in existence. The killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Still try. Why do you say that with a smile on your face? Don't worry. You are not my target. For now, anyway.
Nick! Nick, where are you? Help me!
Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Huh? What? Nick's going to save me?
Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction.
A business transaction?
I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well.
Nick, what's going to happen to me? Nick, really? Sis?
Oh, no. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things you'd be concerning yourself with.
This is not good at all. Good morning!
Ah, morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, come on! Let's hurry and go see Mr. On Guard!
You have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 AM, so...
Oh, I see. Mystic Maya, if only I had gone with you.
Poor Pearls. She's been like this since last night. We managed to get home somehow yesterday evening, thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. Aww, that was very sweet, Gumshoe. But by the looks of it, I don't think Pearls got any sleep at all last night.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, she's alright, right?
Yeah, she's alright. Either way, I'm going to save her. You can trust me on that.
Please help her.
I'm only able to stay this calm and collected because Pearls is doing the crying for the both of us. Aww. Shall we wait? Nah, let's go there right away. Why is it black? We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early. To visit one Nickel Samurai, charged with the murder of the Jaman Ninja. Hello. You are the most complex situation I have ever seen. Are you or are you not guilty? Good morning, how are you today? I know the situation might be a little tough for you. We're... Oh, sorry, dude. Oh no, it's one of those types. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. We are lawyers, not salesmen. Oh, no, we're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Fire extinguishers. I mean, this building isn't my house, so... You are not making this easy. Say your intentions. No. We're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Mr. Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? What?
The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he?
I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time. Huh? Yeah, how did he get that past security? You're a lawyer, dude, right? A man just looking for a good one right now, so how about it?
Mr. Nick, this is a chance!
I have to make him let me take his case. I have to.
Be the salesperson, Nick!
Let the suit have the effect. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay. But dude, my autobiography is coming out soon, so... If I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay?
This On Guard is so lucky. He has so many people he can talk to.
I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. Does he have a mind of his own? Mr. On Guard, I would like to ask you about the murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No. I am not asking on behalf of a tabloid. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? He's doing this on purpose.
Is he alright, Mr. Nick?
If we're talking about Mr. Engarde's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. Studio president said, even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows that I'm not the murderer.
Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji?
It's a mountain in the city of Neo Old Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. He's not getting the memo. Uh-oh. Do we present this? Isn't that a bit too risky? Let's go with him at first. Man, it's too bad he's dead. You killed him. That's the most logical conclusion, don't you agree? Dude, what are you talking about? You're making a huge mistake. If that's such a mistake, then why did they issue an arrest warrant for you? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the guy in charge of this place, okay? I don't know how to do a surfer voice.
Stars should know a lot of people, don't they?
I wonder if that phone even really gets reception in here. I guess you're right about the warrant after all. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might be making some progress here. But not enough. I hope we do this subtly, but I will present this. There is someone in danger, my dude.
Mr. Nick, what are you going to do with that?
I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to him. Is that a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real one. Nice one, too. I got it as a present from someone. Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. So it isn't, huh? What? What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. Yeah. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah, you're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. What am I supposed to say? Jack of all trades, indeed. Oh, wait, duh! I'm gonna present that I'm a lawyer. Mr. Engarde, this is an attorney's badge. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't have the free time to be looking at things like that. Huh? I'm much too busy with Nickel Samurai stuff right now. I don't have the time to take a lawyer's correspondence course. Why does he believe I'm a salesman? Insurance and extinguishers, now this! What is going on? What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Huh? Me? Yes, while you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. He didn't know? That's odd. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please, wait! I really need to take your case. There's always other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few?
Please let Mr. Nick represent you.
Man, oh man, lawyers these days, now you do is use kids to pull in clients too. If you don't take me as your lawyer, then the killer is going to... Wait, what did you just say? The killer? The killer? What's he doing? It looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude, I accept your terms. He 100% knows the killer. 100%. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court.
We did it! We did it, Mr. Nick!
Yeah. I don't feel any better for it. And he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Oh, so now he's willing to be cognizant of this situation. Now he's aware. Okay, what happened? Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my nickel samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time. My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude. I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the nickel samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kinda noisy. Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then, out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Do you know why you were arrested? I guess maybe my full body search went badly. Did they find something on you? They found a button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. A button. I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants, or hakama. Ah! Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious. I wonder if that's what really happened. Man, I think my lucky stars that people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero, and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? It's really great to be the nickel samurai. Dude, lately I just keep getting more and more popular. True enough. The nickel samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretaries, right? Secretaries? Why secretaries? I guess Mr. On Guard has a way of catching the eyes of women. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze. That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. But everyone loves a good scandal. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Kurita, what sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try and make a Jammin' Ninja movie. Even though we all know it's fail. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you think it'd be the other way around, you know? Fair, but... I guess this is about all I'm going to get out of him. So it's not about the award.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
Let's ask one last thing.
Let's test Mr.
On Guard to see if he really is innocent or not.
We can do that?
Yes. If you use this...
Maya's Magatama!
He won't be able to hide any secrets from you, Mr. Nick. I'm sure of it.
I get it. Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Please answer me honestly. What is it, dude? Did you kill Mr. Juan Kurita? Please put the phone away and answer this question yourself. Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone. And that includes Juan Kurita, okay? It was the lie.
Well, Mr. Nick?
Nothing. Not a chain or lock in sight.
Which means it's alright to trust him.
Yeah, it does appear that way. Why do I not trust him? Well, at least I can breathe a sign of relief knowing my client is innocent. He's not innocent, is he? He's got something big to do with it. He's not the killer. But he has been involved. Only trust yourself. Yeah. I know Phoenix is thinking the other way around now, but I have my own gut. And I'm not gonna trust him for now. The trial's tomorrow, right? I'm counting on you, dude. Wait, to be continued? Why is it to be continued? Oh, I see! The investigation has been put into multiple parts. Oh, Jeebus. This really is like the last case of the first game. We're really gonna have 3 streams on our hands with this, huh? Oh, Jeebus. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt on guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important.
So now what should we do?
Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer.
Okay, then let's start looking.
Yes, let's move to the lobby. There's no bonus case. Oh, thank goodness there is no bonus case. Ah, I can breathe easy. It's also just in time for the Halloween stream as well. That's a good ending point. You know? That's nice. Hi! What do you think you're doing? You can't come in without...
Good morning.
Hold on! It's you! What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerunning what this is. Another steel samurai doing the most evil of deeds. No, that's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Of course you were. Why, oh why, do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way, ever since I was a little girl. The Queen Reaper? You die within 3 minutes. Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. I'm sorry, I can't. She knows she's cursed. Don't push me, boy.
Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast.
Everyone has that problem, Pearls. No worries. Miss Oldback, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants! I don't think I'm supposed to do the rat-tat-tat in the Oldback voice. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes this heart go padoomp again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always ends up kicking the bucket? And watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my Juan. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accents. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of honesty. That's the pot calling the kettle black, ladies and gentlemen. Pearls, are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something.
Thank you very much.
Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today! So I'm guessing Miss Oldback heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready for what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music from the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly.
What?
I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what did you see? 4? The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please. 4? If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. Huh, a present? Okay, fine. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Ah, old bags, boys. I really need a sip of water. Because my goodness gracious. I remember how taxing that voice is in the beginning if you're not used to it. Do you want to say sometimes the amount of locks is a red herring? There's times where you can bring multiple locks. Oh yeah, that's happened once before, I know. Maybe... Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta. Hey, Mr. Cop fella! That thief showed his face! What? Arrest him! Put him on trial! Find him guilty! Give him the death penalty! Why? What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here! So why don't you hurry up and give it back to me, you creep?
What are you looking for?
My camera! C-A-M-E-R-A! It's my lifeblood! I'm gonna die without my $700 camera! $700? Well, professional cameras are expensive. The lenses and stuff. Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are! Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble.
Huh?
So you lost your camera. It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $600 brand new.
Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700?
I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking tour and he was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that.
When did you lose your camera?
Last night, after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my darling, dear, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. I don't remember. Besides, I couldn't get anything for my big scoop. One of Lassa's missing camera is even connected to the murder. It probably is. 1,600 bucks though. I can buy the newest iPhone with that. My goodness. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually I was here around the time Mr. On Guard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon course that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture of your big scoop. iPhone 15 already has some problems. Overheating? Oh, no! Oh, that sucks. But I just wanted like a newer iPhone for the Face ID so I could improve my beautiful face, you know? This one is pretty expressive already, but it could be more expressive. I won't have to press buttons to change my expressions. Well, maybe I was. But that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would be hanging around here? Ah! Yeah, I mostly switched between the two. Whoops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know? Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we?
Uh-huh. Yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. Glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. So many psyche locks today, Shivas. Let's do On Guard's room first.
Where are we?
We're in Mr. Matt Onguard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Hello. We're... You're Mr. Onguard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? We're just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer.
Wow.
It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Onguard's situation is looking rather grim. So he came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
Really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick.
I'm Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. And I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Onguard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you take a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room. No, I have some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Onguard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Kurita. And that's when you found his body, isn't it?
Julie held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So about you and... Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Onguard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did you have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to release your stress later, alright?
Not necessary. I already gave you my name earlier. Well, I'll add that I'm Mr. Onguard's manager. Ah, so you're the elusive manager he talked about. Well, that explains the mentality. Managers should be as hard as nails. They are very mentally strong people, managers. His manager. Speaking of managers, did the victim Mr. Kurita have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios. In that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya.
Girls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Let's see what we can talk about, huh? I asked to become Mr. Onguard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Onguard does seem like a rather weak-willed man. Always doing as he's told.
He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick?
No, I was going to do this. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all.
Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai?
Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Kuan Kurita was killed. Do you have any ideas? As to? That's why Mr. Kurita was murdered. Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Of course she has ideas! 4 locks once again. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Is it a psychic lock, Mr. Nick?
Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. This is getting interesting. Bears. Bears everywhere. Why does he have so many bears?
Mr. Nick, where are we?
We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room, pearls.
Mr. Corrida?
The victim. Which makes this the crime scene too. Oh, it's you! So, what happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Engar's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hang in there? Just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if you want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I've got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy.
Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you.
Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel. Too big for its own good.
Mr. Nick, I've got a map.
That's great, Pearls.
But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says.
Oh my gosh, she's so sheltered. Let me see the map for a sec. Wow, their rooms were really close to the hall. I'm surprised they could sleep. So, yeah. Let's see what he knows, shall we? Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should. Yeah, here's a picture. Ah, he was stabbed. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife. Yep. It looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Engar's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Okay. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Engar arrested? Because we had evidence on him.
Evidence?
Looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. Engar said something about the button. Something like one of the Jamma Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldback. No! She's gonna be in court again! No! Oh my gosh, the drama will return! Please, anyone but her! The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around here where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal.
Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
Okay. We need to slide over. Okay. Guitar case. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable.
That's strange, the guitar's not here.
Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show?
But Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was the Jamma Ninja signature item.
That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet. But it's only wet on the top of the lid? That's weird.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
There's water on it, but only on top of the lid. And what is this? It's a beautiful wine glass. And there's tomato juice in it? Ugh, tomato juice? Ugh.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from.
But doesn't it seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
Mm-hmm. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright?
Was someone else in the room after the struggle? Balls of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. It's probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
Flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? But that's a bed, right?
Yeah, you don't know that? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Mr. Nick, it's so soft!
Big beds must be a rarity for her. Yeah, it would be strange to see so much damage and then calmly grab a glass, only to not drink from it. Yeah, that's what's so off about it. Looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner last night.
This bottle is tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the awards show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. There are a lot of bears.
Oh, there are a lot of bears!
Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models, and of course the giant units that's in the back. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have?
There's even a few in the trash can.
Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears.
Poor teddies.
It's hard to bear with all these problems. Grrr. Why is he here? Ah ha ha! Oh my gosh. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma last case got me. He really is traumatized.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
A laptop?
It's so messy here.
Girls really like things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops, for a second there I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. What is in the suitcase? It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electronic shaver, calculator.
Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Kurita?
Well, I can present you with the glass, Mr. Gumshoe. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. I mean... Man, you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. Are we going to go for round 3? Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. She's here! She's here!
What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma.
Ah!
For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Run for your lives, indeed! Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! Whoa! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ugh, will it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat! I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ugh! Detective, come over here for a second. Ah! Oh my gosh, poor Gumshoe! Oh my god, he's dead! A man has been murdered once again in this hotel room. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Uh-oh, she's coming for me! Mr. Phoenix Wright! You have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine! Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. On her father and Edgeworth. Ow, what did she throw at me now? What is this? Yeah, we were lucky this time. I think she got all her anger out on Gumshoe. Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. Aw. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? Like always. And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. I'll try. But what did we find? Oh, it's on the table.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
Paper's got Mr. Korea's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all.
To be honest,
I've never seen writing that looks like this.
Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy" in normal letters? Wendy?!
This sloppy, unreadable writing! It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. It's time for bribery! Let's go. Sorry, Lotta. I've got to... Huh? Oh, Mr. Wright. How are you? Ah, Mr. Powers. Have you been there the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love Y in Neo Old Tokyo. I see. Wait. A love what? A love Y. What? This girl, Saya, works at a tea shop, and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. That's called a love square, Powers! Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet. Times 3. Love triangles or love squares in this case are so samey. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know! Miss Saya, does Miss Saya fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
A love square has different relations between the participants. Ah, I see. Oh, right. Yeah. I see now. Okay. Every Sunday at 8 AM.
I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it. Well, she is a hopeless romantic. Of course she's gonna watch. So what's the Jam and Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jam and Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. Yeah, he should have gotten into advertising. He's really good at explaining the shows. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Mizola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, a brave hero catches a not-so-jamming cold the night before Battle 3. Oh, that's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know! Jammin', the Jammin' Ninja! Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Mizola?
Every Sunday at 8 AM.
Which show should I watch?
I can't believe she's really considering it. So he didn't give anything. But it was nice to talk about TV shows for a bit to lighten the mood. Ah, right! Time for bribery! What you witnessed. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But, what a waste! And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngest expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Bribery! That's Juan's autograph! Yes, it is. And it even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it! That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldback, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please, give it to me! Let me have it, please! I can't let you have it, just like that. Yes, I know. But how about an exchange? Yes, it was! Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldback, ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Gwen! It really was the... Bribery works every time. Autograph given to Wendy dearest. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding. Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it. Maybe more. Gift certificates? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Angard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Angard ever do to her to deserve this? No! No! Oh no! Oldback versus Von Karma! I am scared! I am so scared. Uh-oh. What did Mr. Angard do to you to make you so... You don't know? That guy! He freed my Juan! He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan! Mr. Nick! What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldback has to say for now, okay, pearls? So, Miss Oldback, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy. He shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager, but why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. What do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldback? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof that Mr. Angard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh, of course, a tabloid. Next week? Does that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldback have information like that? And where did she get it? I don't have anything to say. Ugh. No, no measurements. Oh, no. There's something missing. I want to know where the tabloid article is. Is it in my office? No. Then let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department.
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Great, now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Thanks, Francisca. They said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done?
Okay. I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick?
Okay. Then I did miss something. Is there something in the other rooms that I missed? I want that article. There's a giant bone sitting on a plate.
I don't really like meat.
There's something weird about this plate. I just wish I could put my finger on what it is. The dishes left over from dinner, and dinner for two at that.
Should I Mr. Ongardamus Andrew's place?
Looks like the T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? Probably Mr. Angard's suitcase. For someone who's only going to be here for the award show, there's a lot of stuff. It's about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
Nothing else. Let's see. Nothing here. I ignore a lot of yellows. Because I didn't think it was that relevant. Because sometimes I just don't say anything about it, but... Okay, I'm going back to the room. Yes, yes. Wait! I missed one. What? Which one did I miss? I think I've got everything here. Okay, let's go through... That's a bedroom over there. Some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa.
I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy.
Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that will make a great souvenir. Maya will be absolutely thrilled. So, nothing. I need to show Oldback something, I think. Or... No. I need to present her with something. What am I supposed to do here? Cameras. His anxiety about the murder. I need to find that tabloid article. How does Oldback breathe in that glass dome? Yeah, that is a good question. No, nothing. Nothing at all. No clues here. My desk. There's absolutely nothing. Ah, Shibas, I don't have time for this. Since there were no psyche locks, then that means we can trust Miss on guard to be innocent. I was supposed to keep wondering. Then... Something I want to ask you, Pearls. Okay, what is it? Why are you so interested in how Maya and I get along? I mean, she and I don't have anything special Huh? What do you mean? But I thought you and Mystic Maya were... I've been mistaken all this time? No way! She really wasn't kidding. Pearls actually believes Maya and I are... Maybe I should have just left it alone. Mr. Nick, stop it! Don't hide your true feelings from me! Ow, she slapped me. So absolutely nothing on her part. Here. Yeah, I need a hint. Because I think... I need to find that tabloid article. Or was that gonna come out next week? I don't know anymore. I'm lost. Let's see. Ask around about the people in the article. Okay. Someone in particular. I already got all back and she wouldn't listen. So... Does Powers know something? Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's match manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. Ah, haha! I immediately got it right. A rumor? Ah, if you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy. He looks like a lion that just found his next meal. Thank you, my dude. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Ah, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yes, the article! That's it! Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldback would read. Alright, let's see here. Jam and Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager. To the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Well, Kurita didn't have a manager of his own. That means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials A.A. Adrian Andrews. Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with her biggest rival of her client? Ah, it's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Ross is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Ooh, don't say that! Oh my god, Powers, why did you say that? Ah, that was not well phrased. I think, now with the article, that I can do this. This should be easy. Hopefully. Big scoop. It was the tabloid. Lara, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know about what are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell ya. I mean, that's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Urgh. Could it be that you, Lotta Heart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person. Yes. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Engarde's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin Ninja. It'll be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Yep, it would. You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup. Yeah, you gotta have that. That's what's it. News sauce. You mean news source. That's it. Show me something that shows that Juan had something to do with Miss Andrews. And that, my dears, is why I need the article. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Engarde's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. Wah! Yay! 2 out of 3. Let's go. Yes. You were looking into Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it! I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. That's no longer breaking news. What you just say? Our initials are AA. What kind of fake thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. And spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, Lotta. Nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished up writing up my spicy article, you know? But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a mad gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now, anyway? Never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story of that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Okay. Let's see if... No, not here. Let's see if they're already done at the police station. Yep, they are. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back! Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about? What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean but the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's 2 big pieces. 2? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button of the missing victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Engarde. Yep, found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Oh, right! A knife was missing from Engarde's room. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Engarde's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldback. Thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. And you believe that would work? It's all back. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down. Trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldback saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way!
Ooh, that's not good. There's something interesting about this woman, pal. And what is that? You don't know? Haven't you heard the gossip about her? Gossip, huh? I wonder if he knows anything about that article. Ah! Here we go. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed the act. Yeah. Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. Oh no. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian's Andrews' mentor. Ooh. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor. A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her acts have something to do with this case? You want to know more about her, pal? Yes. She was the victim's manager, was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her act, so now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Ah! She's back! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Gruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. No! That's... Wait, please wait, sir! If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop... Quiet! No! If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Oh. I think I know who. That voice. Edgeworth! Yahoo! He is back, ladies and gentlemen! Woohoo! Now, where were you? We've been searching for you for months. We even had undercover music in an ice cream shop for you. It's been a long time, right?
This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. The smirk! Me, Mr. Couldn't be bothered to tell everyone I'm alive is bad. And then, if we're not happy to see him. I'm so very happy to see him. With that smirk as well. He's a changed man. You! How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it! You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are! Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Well, let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself! I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never! And Mr. Phoenix Wright! I will see you tomorrow. In court. It will be in a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. I'll be looking forward to it. The same wild mare she always was. So yeah, I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick?
I never wanted to see you again. I say that while he has a smirk on his face. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance.
Aw, really?
Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy. Not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? There's something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth.
He's on my side?
Oh my god, is he gonna join me on the defense's bench? That would be awesome. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head. A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? No. Don't you remember? He said himself he was gonna figure himself out. I think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth.
What are you saying?
I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my clients. To save their lives. To save your clients, you say. Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. He really is so bitter. Looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming through enough. Well... what do you know about stuff? Do you know anything about her? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show. Began Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celestine Pax died. But her death was ruled an act, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle. Her last note. It went missing. No one could find it. A last note that just vanished, huh? Interesting. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret. You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. While refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? What is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. He still knows he has a pollen allergy. That's cute. There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? That's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't think things at face value when there's more to be found. What is the scandal? Oh, maybe I should tell him about this. No? Oh my gosh. Hey, what do you think about Oldback? We are looking into leads. We could only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you just tell it to me straight and say I don't have any info? What do you say about yourself? Yeah, nothing. Ah, the lawyer dude. What did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see, but I've already told you everything I know, dude. Well, what do you know about her? Hi, Sane Dreamer, and welcome to the stream. Huh? Why is he so quiet? What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. No, I would never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention! Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard!
Mr. Nick?
The Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she is a very important person in all this. I see. She really is cute.
Nothing here. But...
I don't think Oldback knows anything about her. Let's see. Powers, do you know about her? I'm honored you're asking me, but I have no idea who this person is. Okay. No problem. Let's do...
Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here.
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
She has a psyche lock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. So, there's still something I'm missing. But what? No, she don't know anything. I think there's something else I need to get from Edgeworth before I can move on. There... Ah! Here! Its Impacts' death was most certainly an act of that there's no mistake. However, we could not find her last note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The last note? But how do you know Miss Impacts had ever written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a last note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself, the victim. Oh, why do you show me this? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her last note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's last note, but why? As long as the note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the act report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1. Okay. I don't like to look through reports. I like act reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts, like that one. That one has 2. 2 parts! What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted act. The attempter's name... It's Adrian Andrews?!
Miss Andrews! What did he do?
She tried to end herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to end herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
A secret?
Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent. Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Yeah. Dependent nature. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at the act was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing the act? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted act, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. Oh my gosh! And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impax suddenly committed the act, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Yeah. Then that means her super confident attitude. She's dying on the inside. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Oh no. Now is... I don't feel good about this. This is what we need for the Psyche lock, but... Oh my gosh, this is not good at all. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Yep, there she is.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here.
Yep.
Looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you.
That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Girls.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. Little girl.
What is that?
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that was what the beeping was. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
Uh-oh. Wait. She has 4. Save first. Save first. Okay. Here we go. I am very sorry we have to bring this up, but... Motive for murder. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engarde's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close? That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on the good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me, need to get close to Mr. Kurita, as if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Miss Kurita for this person's sake? Oh, I don't like this. I am very sorry. Celeste Impact's your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts, she committed the act, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her act. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a reputed third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her act was resolved. Yeah, the last note. Miss Impact's last note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion. Why did I say suspension? That someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her last note was found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Oh no, not in that way, Phoenix! Oh no! Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life? Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes. I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on who you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly, like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was... why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she ended herself. Even commit murder. Murder? I don't feel good. Not at all. This was really not the right way to go. It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. Literally, there are so many. She's just like me for real. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. Tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews. This one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone has hidden her last note. And that someone was Huang Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her last note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the last note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. Still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, and I have one small favor to ask. My attempted act, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. That's the least I can do. Miss Andrews, if people find out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. Phoenix, literally, I'm the same. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. A shell. What is it? Looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On guard in your capable hands. Okay, I'll do just that. Man, that was rough. Huh. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, girl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no! I'm okay, really! I'm fine, really, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Let's just move on to the office. Everything is getting too much for a sec. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impax's last note? That's right, she was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Ah! Mr. Nick, that's my receiver! Hello! Wright and Co. Law Offices! Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. No! Oh, what? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her! Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis! Ask my sis! Maya! Maya! Damn it, she cut me off! Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ah! Mia! Mia! I have a message from Maya. So come, ask me anything you want about her. Yes, 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 yes! How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. And I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. Me too. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Huh? Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. Interesting choice for food. Apple pie. But apple pie is good food. It's warm and filling. I love apple pie. The door. Trapped. Locked. But this door's lock seems so easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. Ah, that's it! The shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius! Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Yes, she escaped! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Go, Maya, escape! I don't know. I still have an hour and a half left, but I don't know if that will be enough. Let's just see where it will bring me, I guess. I will do the first part of the trial. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Mia! Mia, you must get a complete acquittal today. I know. I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Oh no. Last warning. It's him. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! This man is horrible. The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Let me just take a sip of water before we begin. Whew. Okay, I'm ready. Huh? Huh? Where is she? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Where is she? I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor! Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman! What? What? Shot? What?
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
He went and just shoot my competition? What?
His present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer! She's alive in a stable condition. That's good. Whew. I thought he'd show up. Edward! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Prosecution is ready. Naturally. He's back! He has returned to his perfect spot! Miss Von Karma was shot in the right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Right shoulder! Oh my god, the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh my god. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Man on Guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness. Sorry, something was in my mouth. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now! After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Aww. Prosecution has no need for the press witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. Okay. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant were alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh my gosh, I did the burp in the Man, that's what you get for drinking carbonated water. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal, the ceremony started at 6 PM. It ended around 8 PM and there was a short break. Special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Yes! The reunion of Old Bag and Edgeworth! Yes! Oh, that's gonna be amazing! Let's do this first. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Matt Angard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. That's when she found the victim's body. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Kurita was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. Banana. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then, what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Okay. Strangled first, then stabbed. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. Why did it have nothing to do with the murder? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The Bradford guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Kurita, had apparently only taken a case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. That guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Oh, my apologies. My nose is getting stuffy again. Ugh. The curses of talking too much. Which brings me to my next point. Why didn't the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Why arrest on guard? Matt on guard and Juan Kurita were huge rivals with each other. They each went through the other guy. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Matt on guard's hakama. Defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Defendant brought the knife for the crime, which made this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Gatewater is engraved. Oh, I know the contradiction. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And this button also covered in blood. Yes, and we know that the blood is on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Found in Onkar's hakama. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in, yes, right? I'll find a hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like, just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. I miss this. I miss the banter. I know immediately what it is. He bought the knife for the crime especially, but that's not true. It was a knife from the Gatewater Hotel. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set on into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't... Oh, Question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corina's room. No, it didn't. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate the last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There is a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Yeah, I saw this too. Especially what was on the top of his table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Algard's knife was missing. Ugh. Mr. Algard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven that this was a premeditated murder. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth has his plans from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown. It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? Yes. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance. And only one. What the judge is saying, right, is not start pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is the important evidence? Okay, don't freak out. Well, it's something that is unusual. This one. This is a wine glass, is it not? Oof. Oof. Okay, I survived. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailants. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. There were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Please. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright. Did Miss Andrews really have set that down without thinking? No. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set up the cup on the table. You turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any, he's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly expected for fingerprints. Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. What? Uh-oh. This is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Ugh, I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the wine glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What she just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. Prosecution has yet another witness who would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Here she comes. Here she comes. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Do you know it's her, Edgeworth? Witness, your name and occupation, please. Gotcha! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, Angie boy, it's been what? A year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the reports with her testimony. But who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand? I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today, I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Everything that doesn't have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Oof! Shush! I'm talking to my dear Andrew right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No. Please, by all means interrupt her. Please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say. That youths are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldback? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Kwan. It's almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Correa. But those two were the same age?
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Angie.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, the old back voice is killing my throat right now. Also doesn't help that I didn't eat much today.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room.
See? It has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Whoa, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Miss Oldback, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. You know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me, so I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door. Something you were interested in, and just what was that?
Such a little thing I could just go around telling everyone, you know? Top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgepool, of course.
Mr. Edgewood, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But to prove relevance, we can always have it dependent to her testimony later. Looks like we should enforce it right now. And let the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time. Oh, and would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Kurita's room?
I have no idea! I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. Well, I can respect that. People are very aware of their ages nowadays. Sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. In any case, the witness saw someone, correct? Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of one's room. He was...
Yes, he was.
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right about now.
Well, I guess I can tell you, since we're such a bad boy. Anyway.
You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
I know him Brett when I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit first. She knows for sure it was on guard. The clothes she was wearing? Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing? Really is deja vu indeed.
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. The racing jacket.
I was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men!
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? It was important. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must...
Okay, let me see something. No, 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 no. Hakama! It was the Hakama! It was not the jacket! Miss Oldback.
What? Don't say my name for no reason!
Do you know what this is?
Ah! It's button number 2 on the Java Ninja's costume!
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this!
Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Enguarde's body during a full body search.
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was that rascal Enguarde.
It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants.
See? And Enguarde is a nickel samurai.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you just say that the defendant, Matt Enguarde, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry not to judge people based on what they wear. I'm one of the trendiest dressed. The outfit is hideous!
I was reading that instead of... That was actually pretty funny. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Enguarde, the man, but Mr. Enguarde, the nickel samurai.
What do you think about it?
That was a long tirade indeed.
They're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Oldback, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Anti-Pro, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. The tsundere that he is. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
Enguarde. Yes, now I remember. The nickel samurai, that's right. It was a nickel samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage right now after the crime, you know. They must have worn that nickel samurai costume when we were stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think that could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things.
But then the possibility does exist.
Youngest today. I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth.
At least he's just as delightful a witness as he was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Would you please get on with your testimony?
My youthfulness is what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything.
Yum. I'm way too tired, I'm sorry.
A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He's the nickel samurai.
He's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and just stick to the facts.
Okay, you promise, right?
Right, I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. I might mean to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. Ay. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. It's just... I'm just scolding her. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago. Let me ask you this. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up? Whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public court, so what?
See? And look at where you are now. You're not just like him, are you? Are you? Well, that's what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. You can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? I actually got an achievement for that. Why? And why would that be?
That way, no one can see his face, of course.
There's still no advantage for him that I can see.
In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it! Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
That included the Jam and Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when our guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai.
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in the testimony and it's sitting in plain sight. Question is what that contradiction means for us. I'll have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Okay, what's the contradiction? What is it? Do I have to bring up the confession? No, it is not it. Nope, it isn't. Objection denied. Ugh. Yes, give me a hint. I have no idea. Let me see. No. Part of those kinds of costume includes gloves. There were fingerprints on the knife! Yes! Oh my gosh, Nehru! Thank you for the hint. Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? If this on guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right! The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There is no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility.
Let's hear your possibility!
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as a Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? Think about it one more time. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Let's see. But if you let Ezra's theory stand, then we're only a very large step closer to a guilty verdict. Mr. Wright, please make your decision soon. There is a contradiction, I guess, but what? This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Angard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. What do I present? What? No. I mean, it came from his very own room, right? He was bringing the knife with him anyway. Yes, it was! This knife, this was used by Mr. Angard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. He brought the knife already. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita, I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. Then why would he bring a knife? If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't have been all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order, I say. Order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matt Angard. To frame. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness! Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult. Hi, Jipo. Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Angard with the nickel samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's for sure. She wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai? Alright then, who were you waiting around for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling that we were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness? Ha ha ha. The way you think, you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Olbak was waiting around in front of the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe, Phoenix, maybe Olbak was waiting around for that person. Miss Oldback, you're waiting for this person. You were going to confront Adrian because of the scandal. Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On-Guard's manager. But why would the defendant manager be in the victim's room? Seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... Well, this is... I see. It just seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA. Are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness? What in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. Very bad feeling.
I've got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready! It's going to take a wind out of you young'uns.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do we need to hear from you?
The On-Guard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's about gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant.
Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? I have looked into this matter and thought that the truth in the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true? And this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. This means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Careful, the old bag seems very excited right now.
That's right! On-Guard is nothing but your average full-blooded youth!
Well, as the old saying goes, you've gotta burn old bags with fire. What? Does that mean what I think you're saying, Nick? I mean, I wanted to burn the puppet, but... she's a human. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Danger zone. A scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much.
Well, that On-Guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity.
You don't have any proof that Mr. On-Guard did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're so much shocked, you can't do anything right.
You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you.
Alright then, Shani, show me what you've got. Can you show me proof that On-Guard didn't bear any will towards Juan?
I don't have anything to offer.
See, just as I thought. You were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You're just giving me a free pass to say whatever I want, silly boy.
Me and my big mouth.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. For you, anyway.
So, what do you mean by I took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you young'uns need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this.
No, stop!
Well, it was too bad that the woman didn't come through the door that night.
Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? If you don't be a good girl and tell me what, you won't get to go home today.
Actually, Pro, what are you doing? Help me!
What do I have to do with this?
Just do this for me. You'll get your...
I don't want your reward. You don't leave me with any other choice. The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me on reckless blabbering? As long as we don't know where this information came from. Quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. Where did the old bag get her inside information? Well, I don't think... Let's do that again. So no one else is supposed to know the secret information, correct? If that's true, then why did you know it, Miss Oldbag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that!
Witness! I'd hate to say this, but is this how you came to acquire your secret info? She stole the camera! The investigative photographer, Larda Hart. Yes! She did steal the camera! Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions. About the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No, I said impressions.
Then... But everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
She did steal the camera! Oh my god! That's it, that's a note!
Ah! No! You see, this is something completely different! This is my top secret list of groceries to buy!
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of plants, that's why! That infamous, puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said so herself. On guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Anti-Boo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. Only one little piece of paper. Never taken anything else before.
You really should. Come with a supply of cheese to match real vintage wine. Oh my gosh, what a bird! Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? No! If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow upon the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
I am putting my credibility under scrutiny again.
Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Miss Oldbag, that note was with the camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera. Yesterday, Laura Hartz was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, my sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. What? Why, witness?
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
Ah, that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's what I noticed it said. Slimeback celebrity photographer extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what set of pictures he had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. My goodness. Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. It was the Nickel Samurai! This is the Nickel Samurai! See? I told you! That's the guy I saw! This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Angard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? This brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lala took. There's something strange with it. I have to. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with the bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster. Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. Uh-oh. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's a lot of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? Why are his pants dragging along the floor? I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. Yes! Oh my gosh, I always dodge it when it most counts. What are you pointing to? His ankles. If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costumed person in this photo could not have been this on guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Yes! I knew it! Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up to just watch. There is only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself. As if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not met on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would have come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is a person wearing the nickel samurai costume? What stands out over this Phoenix is very simple. What you should be focused on is Ezra's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is a person in this photograph? There's only one person I know who's pretty short. Adrian and Andrews. If you want to know who that nickel samurai is, it is none other than this woman. And what would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Onguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Onguard at night. Why did I say Vanguard? And how does that all end up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Onguard's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order, order, order. Looks like this trial has had the most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, means that the trial will go on for another day? No! One more day. Maya! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? Raise an objection, please. Please. Please, Your Honor. Continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I can't do that. You cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony. She's not... Edgeworth? What? I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. This is unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Andrews is all. Happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What? He doesn't even know that Maya is kidnapped! What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She's the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. I think this is the part... Yeah. Exactly well timed as well on my end. I am tired. And we're close to the 4-hour mark, so I think it's time for me to call it quits for today. Ooh, wow, what an active day we had. Little active stream throughout. I'm so proud. I'm very happy you guys were here today. Ooh, and I can't wait to see how this will end. Because I don't trust Matt on guard, to be quite frank. And I don't think Adrian did it. Congrats on not going to jail, yeah, but I did that stupid damage thing again. Without that hint, I would have gotten more and more damage over time. I'm just happy that you only give me hints when I ask for it, like the rules suggest, so thank you for that. So yeah, I think it's time for me to call it quits for today. I'm very tired, and I didn't eat at all today, so... Yeah, thank you all very much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you next week for the glorious continuation. Bye-bye!